Sorry.
All right,
Session
guys.
Or Ghost of
129.
Tsushima.
Oh, damn, it's too much.
And this is episode 69. Just kidding. Episode 27, year 3. Do a quick recap. Last session, the party was
Yeah, we
in.
fully lost you there.
I can't even remember.
Oh, I'm glad that's not just me then.
Fully lost me? What do you mean? Can you hear me now?
Bo, before you get too much momentum, I can barely hear you.
Man, how about now?
That last sentence that you said was fine.
Yes, the
You know-
one
Ooh,
sentence.
I can
that you
see
said
the
was
drop.
great.
I can see the drop in my my thing here, and it was as soon as my wife walked in the door, and I think that the frames jumped because she is now on the Wi-Fi with her fucking phone.
Yep.
Come on. Oh, this is on the
Yep.
air. This is on the air. Anyway, man, that was a.
Don't worry,
huge-
she doesn't listen to us.
Yeah, right. We don't even listen to ourselves. Fuck. Yeah, it went up to 600. All right, I'm looking stable now. All right, so last week,
Is that what you call it?
3 weeks ago, whatever we call it, yeah, we're stable geniuses. The party stepped out of the little saloon you guys are in the hillbilly town where people eat each other and have incest. That's Keith Baker. That's not me. um, and you guys had this guy come out of the sky that threw these weird little fireball people at you, little fire vampires. You guys fought them off and him off. He was kind of like a flying, spiky-haired Angel Goku Vegeta with a sword, and you guys beat his ass. He almost killed a couple of you, but it's okay. After the fight, Kovanen, well, you guys leveled. Kovanen had the realization that his key now allows him to go to the Dreamlands with some friends, and you guys can heal up because time travels there. An hour is a day. You guys can take 30 minutes and get a full day's rest, and then come back 30 minutes with full rest. Your new short rest is a long rest. So, cool. You guys are there. What are you doing?
We're in the Dreamlands?
Yep. Kovanen has just ported you over.
What's it like? Is it evil, dark, wrong, bad, horrible?
Yeah, so it kind of looks like where you left off on the other side. This is Hethig Claw. I don't know who of you have actually been there. I think Rose was the only one from the main party that went. I could be wrong on that. Maybe
Yeah,
Kovanen?
also no, Kovanen.
Okay, Kovanen, you recognize it.
Steal the egg.
Yeah, for the whole egg thing in year 2. Or the end of year 1. I don't fucking know. Anyway, you can see the storm that is the storm that you saw on the other side, but instead of it kind of like moving away from the mountains, it's actually going, looks like it's pouring into the top of the mountain, and almost like a slow vortex, kind of draining into the caldera that you guys went into to get the egg last time. But yeah, it's dark and stormy and scary.
Okay, and our immediate surroundings are mountainous, dark, and stormy.
Yeah, I mean, you are in foothills. It's forested. It's a bit more craggy and hard earth. The trees are a little bit more like wasteland style trees, but they're still they're still pretty numerous. There's lots of scrub grass, but it's not a thick, dense forest. It's more of just like a somewhere halfway between like a badlands and a forest in a foothill. Not really like a geography that you may have really even seen around here, or on Earth. It's a little disconcerting.
Well, we came here to rest, so let's find somewhere. Vaughn says, unconfidently looking around at the wilderness.
Maybe
Um,
there's a cave somewhere where we could use?
We could look.
I would like to use my ranger powers of navigation to try to find a place for us to safely rest.
Okay. um, yeah, I guess just roll me a quick survival or nature. Whatever you're better at.
Well,
12? All right. You find a thicket. It's kind of packed into a small windbreak, and there's like a little lake there where you could tuck into. It's not really a cave, but there is some overgrowth and like dense root cover that you can use to obstruct the wind and get some rest for a while. It's not going to be super comfortable, but it'll serve the purposes that you need.
guys, I found a small thicket. It's inside of a wind path thing, and whatever the hell else the DM said. I was gonna try to say everything word for word, but I can't remember.
That's right. Exactly, just like that.
And
That sounds serviceable.
I'll take both of your words for it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Lead the way.
All right.
And I wait for Lucian to lead the way.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
it's not too
I
far
swear I heard you say I'll lead the way. I don't know why,
off.
but
Lead the way. I'll lead the way.
but yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I
Yeah, you guys are making your
I'll
way
bring
over
this
to it
thing.
pretty quickly and easily. It's not too far out of the way. You know, assuming you guys are just gonna rest,
Yeah.
go ahead and go
Yeah.
for it. Are you guys gonna take a watch or anything like that, or are you just gonna go for it?
We should take a watch.
I think there's enough of us that we can each take a comfortable watch without lengthening the night too long for everybody. For
Especially
everybody to get a
with
short rest.
especially with Lucian only needing 4 hours of rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can be the middle.
Shit, I could be the rest. Like it could be what like 1 or 2 watches, and then fucking I just finish it off.
That's true. Good point. All right, so let me, for each of you, get just a quick perception.
Okay. 15.
And Kovanen.
Okay. 12.
Cool. In what order are you guys going to do this in?
One of them, and me.
You rest last, Lucian?
No, I rest first
Okay.
and watch last.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
I'll go first.
All right. So, Lucian, towards the end of your guys' rest, you actually see a small lit figure, a bit too far off for you to really make out, fly up towards the top of the mountain, and then a gap in the air opens, and then they pass through it and disappear.
Oh dear. Hmm. Um, and I mean, at this point, is this like at the end of my rest, so like everybody be waking up and stuff?
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of my
yeah,
watch.
I would say it's like directly at the end of your watch. You know, they may or may not be waking up at this point, but
Okay.
you are the most alert and you see it, and that would
Yeah.
be I would mark the end of everyone's rest at that point.
So I can go ahead and safely press the long rest button.
You all can press the long rest button safely.
Oh shit! It's been a
And,
while.
and Felt too, because he's with you, but he doesn't speak the entire time. It's like he's not even there.
Thank God.
Thank God. I love you too.
It's just Bo as a character. Like,
You know something, Felt? For someone who can't seem to hold their tongue, you've been awfully quiet. No, please. You don't have to say anything any further, but just wanted to point that out. No, I'm serious. You don't have to.
you're troubled. You're troubled. We can see it written on your face. But there's no time, Felt. Please.
No. Shh.
No,
Don't say anything.
I just squeeze his lips together.
Shh. Shh.
When everybody officially wakes up, I will convey the information of the creature flying up to the top and vanishing into the portal. I'm sure I felt that portal too, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's your perception alone was not enough to detect it, but you happened to be the one that was awake during that time period, and you also have portal sense. So, you're also getting a weird signature from the maelstrom. There's no like visible transition, between this and that, but it's clearly, passing through some form of portal. It might be a manifestation zone or something like that, where the realms are actually blending versus a gap being open between the two. But something strange is going on there for sure.
Cool. I say none of that, because I don't understand.
Right. Right.
But
Yeah. You're new to this still. You're learning.
oh, I was talking about Steve, but yeah.
Both.
You too.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, all right. Are we ready? I think whatever that was, is a sign that that we're definitely losing out on time.
Whatever what was.
The thing that I just told you about, the thing that was.
I'm waking up. I'm sorry. Oh, what did it look like? What?
I feel like David Duchovny in Zoolander.
We're in the computer.
You serious? I just told you. No. Okay. So it looked like some kind of flying creature, and it flew towards the top of the mountain, and a.
Let me see, please. I heard you the first time. So does that mean it's in real Eberron now?
I would imagine so. Unless you can get to other planes of reality, from the Dreamland.
Oh, I mean,
From what I understand, the Dreamland is a bridge specifically between Eberron and one other plane.
I was just guessing that since there's the Storm Mountain here and there's the Storm Mountain over there, events at both of them. Anyway, is
connected.
everybody still here? Everyone accounted for?
Yeah.
Kovanen?
Where's
Young Kovanen, please.
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
I think. Yes, I'm here.
I'm glad you're all right. This is not the best first introduction to the Dreamlands, he says, gesturing all around him. But there'll be time for that later. For now, life-threatening reality alterations.
It's not
Well,
said.
Let's head back.
All right. So
Wait,
Waiting.
crazy idea.
All right.
What if we just climb the mountain from in here and then switch over?
That's either incredibly smart or incredibly stupid, and I don't know which one it is right now.
Well, I don't like.
I mean-
not knowing where we would be when we emerge.
That's a good point. Now, is it possible that like crags from the mountain that exist here would not exist on the prime material plane?
Most definitely.
Cool. Then let's switch over and climb.
Felt's like scratching his chin, like, I never thought of doing that.
I wouldn't know. Either way. And so, well, I say let's just go. Everyone here, please gather round.
Yeah, Zazie will grab Kovanen Voss's hand and also Lucian's hand and like gesture for everybody to get in the circle.
I grab other Kovanen's hand right as fucking Felt is like reaching out for me.
he just
I'll
kind
grab
he kind of
other Kovanen's other free hand.
Felt walks up between the two Kovanens and puts his arms around each of their shoulders. You know, like when you see
Close
two
enough.
people having a conversation and that person like walks up between them and then starts talking. It's like just butts in. Yeah, that.
Right. Well, everyone, hold on to your butts.
Plane shift. It's just really simple. You guys just flip. It feels like
Duration
for
instantaneous.
yeah, it feels like for a moment that you guys are on like one of those roller coasters that like flips upside down real quick and then flips back over, and then you're on the other side.
Felt definitely threw up from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody take a con save. Just kidding, that's not part of the spell. All right.
You're the portal. You're the portal guy. You're fine.
Yeah, yeah, for real. So let me get a perception roll out of everyone.
23.
5.
Six.
Ooh.
Oh, isn't that cute? They're always one-upping each other.
They're finishing each other's roles. and I and I don't mean croissants.
What?
I mean croissant. All right, Lucian, you
Yes.
notice a faint tremor under your feet.
So like category 2.
Oh yeah, and it begins to climb, and then have the instinct to cling to the ground. What do you do?
Okay. What? So I feel the tremor, and then I have an instinct to cling to the ground?
Lucian does.
Right.
Duh.
But then I mean, if it's my instinct, then yeah, I'm gonna drop to the ground and say, "Everybody drop."
Okay, so you,
Everybody down.
What? Okay, all right.
yeah, Felt like puts one hand out in front of him and like drops his, Just kidding. All right, Lucian, let me get a save. Let's do deck save.
A what save?
Let's do a deck save to see if you're fast enough to tell everybody.
19.
Perfect. All right, so everybody hears Lucian yell out quickly. Everybody drop to the ground, and they do. The ground is puddled with water, and as you guys are dropping to a prone position, the earth shifts and tilts towards the mountain.
Whoa.
At first, it's almost like a wave passes through the ground. The earth kind of like cracks, lifts, pushes over, and you watch just like a sheet of earth as it's cracking kind of like move in a wave-like pattern towards the center of the mountain, and the ground as it passes kind of dips in and leans towards the mountain itself. So that right now you guys are at like a 15-degree angle, and if you're looking towards the mountain, you can see the wave continuing in towards the mountain, and it breaks against the mountains in this like spray of earth and rock, and just shatters on it like a wave on the beach. But it's all stone, dirt, trees, and the mountain begins to crack and dip and fall into almost like a crater in the earth. And where all of you are standing right now drops like a plate, just dropping at like a 45-degree angle. Can I get everyone to make either an athletics or an acrobatics save to grab hold of the earth around you and hold while the water begins to rush past you down into this crater that's forming?
Does it help Zazie if she has the slippers of spider climbing?
Yeah, I guess it would, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that mean that you can just grab onto the ground like Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my feet just stick to it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give you, right currently, I'm going to allow you to do that without any sort of difficulty. But if, it gets, we'll hang in there, see what happens. All right, everybody else.
You said athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yep.
29.
Nice.
Shit.
Lucian, 12. All right, so Lucian, I'll do it with Felt too. Ooh, nat 20. Oh, it doesn't count. It's a 12. It's the smaller dice.
Well, on his first roll, his smaller dice was a 20.
Oh, sweet. Okay, nat 20. So, Lucian, Felt is actually, so he's right next to you right now, going to reach out and grab hold of your hand as you begin to slip away. He's actually holding on to this well that's like the center of town right now. He's got like a firm grip. He reaches out and grabs you by the wrist as like the water's like pouring past you, and he pulls you up next to him to grab onto this like wooden structure right here in the center of the street. This guy's body goes like, gets sucked down by the water that's going by you guys. All right. So Rose.
Yes.
All right. So where we left off with you, you were looking down at the that was the mountain from above with Moidu.
Yeah.
You see the earth begin to writhe, and it's cracking, and the mountain's kind of like falling into this crater that, as it gets closer to the center of where this crater is, it becomes this more like protracted angle where it drops in and it just drops straight down. And parts of the mountain itself on either side and the back begin to, almost as if the way when the seal she broke in her hand first cracked like, like moldering earth, or like a clay being shattered, and then turns into sand and then went through her fingers. As you look down at the mountain, you see it kind of doing the same thing, where the sides of the mountain itself are falling away, and the shape that it's leaving behind is this almost like a right angle. Give me a perception roll.
All right. That's a 2.
Okay. The wind is blowing in your face. You can
She's
barely see what's going on.
obscured by hair.
You're afraid, but what you are able to make out is that the shape of the mountain is almost like you can see an outlining circle, a crater around this triangle of earth jutting from water that's beginning to pour and pool and rise up around the center. And there are shapes of earth around it as well that have revealed themselves, look like structures. And Wadu's flying next to you, holding your hand. You're looking down. It's hard to make out what's going on down there. What do you say? What do you do?
One hell of a party trick. What the fuck was that?
She's like dusting the seal off of her hands.
Just that. I guess you know how to make an entrance.
Well,
And she is definitely shaking a little bit.
Yeah. So she just looks over at you, and you can see into her, slitted golden eyes, and she flies off towards the summit. As you come closer, you can kind of see that it looks almost like it's this massive staircase, like a stepped, but it's a right angle. You can't really make out what the steps look like, and there appears to be a actual narrow staircase towards the top. Let me get a quick insight roll.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you can't really see what's going on with it, but it looks kind of like almost like a sundial, jutting directly up from this massive crater. And as you approach the top, you can see a staircase that culminates at this circular area, almost like a bowl, almost like an amphitheater, with these large standing stones at the top. And you can see a couple of figures doing things. You rolled a 2.
Well, yeah. To be fair, Rose is flying with Madhu.
Right, yeah.
She's trying not to panic.
So, yeah.
I do have a question, and if Rose doesn't notice this is fine. You say there are standing stones. Does it look like there's one missing, like that sundial in the one plaza from year one?
I would say with your visibility you have right now, you can't tell. It's a great thing to look for. It's possible. You can't tell that that's not the case. But you guys are kind of stopping and hovering and watching. You can see that there's some movement going on. There's lights moving around. The large structure of the stones is definitely there. And there appears to be from the center, a very bright light where lightning is continuously striking.
Oh.
speechless.
Here she is.
Moedu just looks at you and nods. It's not quite time yet. We will go down soon.
Not quite time yet. What? Pardon the impertinence considering my position, but what are you waiting for then?
I don't want to interrupt. It's a complicated process, and I think showing up early would complicate things for the priests.
Your priests?
Mine? No.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go back to asking questions, otherwise I'm just gonna succumb to panic here, and I really don't want to do that. You mentioned the scar earlier. What is he to you? What was he?
An enemy, a rival, a nuisance.
I get that.
Why do you ask?
I mean, beyond trying to not panic. Curious. He's interfered with friends of mine. Much like you're interfering with mine right now.
Well, I've explained to you why.
I was just paying attention to her.
All right. And we will get back to the main party. All right, guys. So the water has begun to slow a bit. There's a bit of an angle where the cut in the ground, you can see it terminate out a little bit where it peaks, and some of the water has settled on the other side of that. But if you look towards the center of where the mountain used to be, you see the structure or shape that I described to Rose. Can I get each of you to make a quick perception check as well, just to see what I can describe to you guys?
10.
27.
All right. Lucian, so what you see almost directly ahead of you, if you were to follow this path of this road, straight in this direction, due east, I think it is. It kind of...
Like this way?
Yeah, this way, towards where the mountains are. It's almost as if that area of the ground, as it drops off and things drop into the crater, that area does dip down a bit, but it almost as if it rises up to meet the mountain, and you can see this, from your angle, looks almost like a pillar. The stepped pillar shrinking in the distance to a peak. Looks almost like a tower from your side. And you can see probably about a quarter mile out, the ground actually forms like a stone pattern and a staircase that begins to have a step or two and then go further and then a step or two. And then off in the distance, there is what looks like it could be an ascending staircase. But it's a bit too far. It's a bit too dark. Even with your dark vision, to make it out, even with the flashing lightning occasionally. But it does seem like that's what it could be.
Has it stopped? Is it done doing that?
Who are you asking me?
Why did it happen to anyone? What has happened?
Do we have everyone? Did anybody fall in?
That dude we killed kind of slid off, but
He doesn't count.
Oh, that was good.
um,
Belt?
well,
I'm good.
Young Kavanen?
Young Govan. I'm fine. I'm fine. He's like stands up, and you can see him kind of like, standing sideways, one knee kind of bent, and the other one like stretched out. Getting some purchase on the ground that's now at an angle. Some of the buildings have collapsed. The fires are starting to go out from the rain.
I I can only take a guess here, but I think to answer your question, it should be done. However, the ground created. I don't know how to really describe this, but a sort of staircase. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna climb it.
Sorry, the ground turned into that?
Yep, follow me.
Yeah,
That seems the intention.
and you guys can see at this point now the storm there's almost like an eye of the storm over the tip of where the mountain is. It's not really an eye, it's just the center of the cyclone, and all of the lightning at this point is either just kind of like straying off and not hitting the ground, or it's hitting directly at the pinnacle.
I bet that's Sommer's doing. We need to get up there as quick as we can.
I prefer that explanation to any alternative.
Does Lucian know that whether or not Zamra can create something like this? I mean, he definitely knows she can make a storm, but
Nerd. So this is, I mean, far beyond anything that you're aware of her being able to do. You do know that, I mean, she's told you a couple times, explained to you that that there's like a secret organization, within House Delyrander that controls the weather. And there are actually like weather, like, rain singers and things like that. Like if somebody wants to pay them to have like rain fall on their fields, or, favorable weather, if somebody's like getting married, they can hire, someone to come out and, make sure that there's great weather for the ceremony and things like that.
flashback. Lucian has a flashback, so like, I mean, do they have to do that to create like what? You're so stupid, and then that too.
You're so stupid.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I just start climbing the stairs, man.
There's a lot of lightning
And
strikes striking like the base of the tower, and then most of them are at the tip of the tower, right?
Yes, yeah. So, like I said, the lightning strikes are actually not like, they're either striking the top or they're just straying off across the clouds, and none of them are making landfall. They're just kind of, stray lightning.
Yeah.
But the ones that are
And-
actually connecting are all hitting the pinnacle.
And the ground near us has formed this stepped topography.
Yeah, so directly ahead of you guys, if you look straight ahead towards this tower of stone, you can see the land begin to dip off, and in the distance, it makes a ring around the outside of the mountain that you can see water pulling into and quickly like churning and filling. So it looks like a tower with a area that drops down and then starts rising back up again. But otherwise is surrounded by water. It's almost like a bridge going out to the mountain that is completely surrounded by water.
DM, I should also mention that Lucian, knowing what he knows, he's gonna keep it to himself to like, kind of to like allow the others to have like a sense of hope and kind of like to have, I don't know, allow their positive, outlook on it to like, bleed into Lucian a little bit. But his step is definitely a lot faster.
Yeah, young Kovanen seems very scared.
Well, the only thing we can do is get up there.
Kovanen, I would send you away, perhaps back home, as you know it, to Ogare Mat, but with the people that want to get a hold of you right now, I don't think I can have you alone there. The lady is away, and everyone that I would trust to be there with you is here with us.
Okay, I think that makes sense. I'm just, like I said, nervous.
But like I said, everyone that I would trust to protect you is here with you. So, you're going to be fine.
So,
Have you ever fought outside of the drills at the militarium?
no, I mean,
If you've even been to the military.
I never enrolled to the militarium.
No, it probably didn't exist when you arrived.
You hear, at the like from the top of the hill, you hear a little bit of like splashing and hoof beating around right here, and cresting the top of the street, you see someone looking down, holding a lantern. Definitely the silhouette of a cowboy.
Oh, Jesus.
It's an enemy! Fire at him!
Sharpshooter.
All right, go for it. All right, you get shot twice. Just kidding.
We know who it is.
Yeah, Lucian, you can clearly see it's fucking Lucky.
No, Lucian's not paying attention. Lucian is climbing the stairs.
Right. Well, it wouldn't be stairs. You probably have a quarter mile of just walking downhill until it meets the water, and then it'll start progressing up. But
Well, then Lucian's doing that.
yeah, Lucky kind of hops and then, slides down. Posts up next to this thing.
Imagine running into you here.
He looks at Felt. Felt it's like shrugs. He's like, I told them you were coming. Better late than never, I guess, right? Like he just gives him the middle finger. Anyway,
do you have any idea, Lucky, what awaits us? I mean, we sort of thought we had an idea, and then, the mountain did that thing, Now it's not a mountain anymore.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I was just coming out here to meet Felt. He said you guys would probably end up being here, so.
Well, come on, walk with us. We need to walk and talk.
Right, I'm all ears. He kind of hops over
Okay,
and starts
We
walking
just
with you
need to
guys.
hurry. And also, you will fight with us. Thank you very much for being here.
Smiles, nods, looks at baby Kovanen. It's like, what is he doing here? You can see it on his face.
Lucky, do you know where Rose is?
He looks around at everyone and felt's like, yeah. So
About that.
about that. Right before we got attacked, I had sent her a message.
Where did you leave her?
I didn't leave her anywhere. I messaged her as you guys asked, and then we got attacked by that guy that you guys took care of. And all I know is she said that Mwedu has captured her, and to tell, she points at Lucky. She's like, she loves you. I mean, there was more to it than that, but a lot has happened since then. I almost died. And, yeah. Lucky just, like, takes his hat off for a minute and, you know, scrubs the top of his head and, you know, one of his eyes and, you know, pushes his hair back, puts his hat back on, and just starts walking behind Lucian and catching up to Lucian.
All right. Well, that wasn't an optimistic message, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Oops. That's how he feels right now. All stretched out. All right.
Dumb little oops.
Oops.
Sorry.
So,
We walk, or hike, or run, or whatever we're actually able
yeah,
to do.
so you guys kind of, you know, pick your way down this rubble-strewn road until it kind of levels out with just above where the water is. The sun is actually coming up in the background on the horizon. It's very dark where you guys are, but there is off in the distance a small, like, strip of sky that's not taken up by this storm. And you can see that it's daylight right now. So,
In any other situation, that would be really pretty.
yeah, it would be interesting for sure. And as you guys walk, it slowly crests, and that bit of light that you guys had that was kind of like casting almost like a golden hour in the morning on you guys is now gone, and the clouds that are above you guys have a bit of a luminescence to them the further out it is from the storm, but towards the center of the storm it's just casting, you know, the darkness down over you guys as it's oppressing, driving rain and wind is kind of just churning above this pinnacle. You guys walk for probably about 30 minutes before you reach this base of this thing that looks like almost like the base of one of those pyramids from one of the other structures you guys have seen in other places, except for it just goes straight up. And it's just this staircase, and you can see probably, I don't know, an hour or so hike up the staircase. You can see this verdant bowl shaped architecture. It's almost like shaped like a bowl at the top of a staircase. There's trees all around it. Looks like a small forested spot. And then in the distance from there, you can see it kind of like steps out. And there are a couple of other of these larger step outs on the way up. If that makes any sense.
I trust you. Is there an obvious ingress?
Staircase.
Staircase. That's what they're gonna expect us to be. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could just like climb up the sheer rock face, you know, like walk for like
Sounds good.
a couple of hours, and then just be like, "Fuck this stairs! I'm gonna go up this rock." Or maybe fly. Can you guys fly?
I can.
Yeah, you could fly. In a windstorm. The lightning's not
Okay.
hitting
The
anything.
wings. If we are able to approach the staircase, get close to it, and begin to ascend, the wings do come out, and I will keep pace with them very close by, but just you know, a short distance away or above them or whatever, just for perception's sake.
Sure. Just to say, when you try to fly, it does count as difficult terrain. Obviously, you have plenty of movement to follow with them, but I would say that if you do this for an extended period of time, I will make you roll some con rolls to take exhaustion because it's very windy. There's lots of rain. It's possible, but to sustain it for a long period of time would be exhausting. Just a note. And you know that immediately. It feels almost like sprinting when you try to like go up there and hold any sort of formation because you start getting caught in the undertow pretty immediately.
Yeah, he'll put in a pretty good effort there at the beginning, but he's not really about that.
Yeah. So as you go up and you get a better view of things, it is brighter. It is easier to see. There is this glowing, effervescent light that's kind of being cast through the clouds. Occasionally there are god rays that kind of come through and light up certain areas. It's not pitch black, complete darkness. You can see it's daytime, and there are occasional strips of light that just kind of happen to get between clouds, and they wrap across things, and you can see things better as you're moving forward for the next hour or so. From your elevation, you can see there's nothing on the staircase, and there are 4 bowls or 4 architectural areas that span out from the staircase in almost like a bowl structure. The first one is clearly covered with like a verdant growth. The second one, you can't really tell what it is, and the third is definitely too far in the distance, and obviously the top is way out there. But I will say, as you guys are reaching this first break in the stairs, let me get a perception real quick from everybody.
15.
Okay.
17.
Yeah. 17. Cool. Doing a roll for lucky, Rose?
Yeah, if you want me to roll for his perception.
Yeah. 20. Okay. On my screen it was blank. I was like, that's interesting. But it came up. All right. So Lucky notices that that it smells like the dark wood. It's this very swampy smell, and he'll explain this to you guys as he's walking up the staircase. He's like, man, that smells strange. It smells like the swamps. And Zazie, Lucian, and even Kovan, and to a lesser extent, as you guys approach, you guys start picking up on that scent as well, remembering the time that you guys spent up there. That smell of just like, desiccated plant matter and animals, and just that like really rich, sweet scent of death and life kind of all mingled together. And as you approach the entrance to this area, you see a figure huddled in a like series of stone pillars in the center of it. And we'll take our break real quick.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So let's do 10 minutes. All right?
All right.
See you in 10. Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay on the
Hello.
ground real quick, and I'm gonna just tuck my intestines back into my body.
Bleh.
Really, right here on live TV.
You guys remember this would have happened last time?
I do. And it sucks for you. I know.
It sucks. I think the left side is actually not actually the intestines. I think it's just like the internal lining.
It's still not pleasant.
The way the doctor explained it to me is like, he's like, well, your intestines, he's like, it's basically like you have like in your body, it's like it's like a trash bag full of beans and garden hose.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, so, on one side, it's like, he's like, kind of popping out. He's like, that's just the trash bag, and what you're feeling in there, that's just beans. I'm like, does this guy only talk to, like, mentally handicapped people? Like, can you
The
tell me?
general
I mean, they were
public,
talking to you, so.
he has to accommodate the general public. That's the lowest common denominator for people who are able to go to the hospital.
Anyway, you're not wrong. He's like, so what you're feeling on the one spot is just like, that's like the trash bag with some beans in it, okay? And then on the
So I shouldn't eat any more beans?
yeah, right. And then on the other side, it seems like it's a little bit of garden hose sticking out, And I'm like, so since it's like a garden hose and it's like sticking out, is it gonna get kinked? He's like, exactly. It can get kinked. I'm like, what am I? Am I watching Bill Nye the Science Guy right now? Is like, am I 5? Like,
But consider, did you understand it?
I did, but like, I want more.
Then
of
it did its job.
Yeah, you're right. But I wanted more of an explanation. Anyway, and we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back. So, you guys are walking up the side of this tower mountain thing, and the staircase where you are is probably about 15 feet wide, and there's a massive wall on either side of you guys. It's about 5 feet thick and probably about 5 feet high of just stone. And as you approach this entrance, the lightning is breaking in the sky above you guys. In the center, you see a ring with what looks like almost like tree stumps that are cut off. And then standing amongst them is this woman. She's rather statuesque, very tall. Her skin is, it's almost like bark. She actually looks a lot like a Warforged, but without metal armor. And then some parts of her body you can see are almost more humanoid. This picture isn't great. She's supposed to have an extremely beautiful face, but also a malevolent-looking face. And she's just standing there on top of the closest stone looking at you, and you see from her feet, from her hips, from her head, vines just reaching out to the ground that she almost hovers as she lands and starts walking forward. What are you guys doing as you're approaching this entrance and you see her kind of like gliding down to the ground?
Reliving every poison ivy fantasy I've ever had in my life.
Ooh, yeah, nice.
I
think
will
it was-
have I will have my hand on the hilt of my sword, ready to draw it in case she is not good.
Are we approaching from the staircase to the north, or like the little pathway on the south?
So, if you guys want to go ahead, depending on, assuming that you walk in, you'll be placing your tokens right here.
Okay.
That's if you walk in. Go ahead and place your tokens there for now, just so you can see where you are. I'm not forcing you guys to walk in. She's not approaching. She's just kind of realized, oh, hey, I have some guests.
So, I mean, okay. By walking in, I guess the question is now, is she blocking the way to me getting to my wife?
I don't know. I mean, you haven't attempted to get around her yet. You can see that the staircase
Okay.
comes out of the area where she's standing. There is a ring of stone that wraps around this dark water that's in the center. It's full of algae and vines and plants. There are 4 trees growing out of it that seem to be elevated from the water a little bit, kind of like you saw in the dark water, just kind of jutting out. Lily pads, the moss.
Oh,
I
so
would like
yes.
to ask the party if anybody recognizes the figure, perhaps from folklore or history, or if anybody is an expert on the star peaks.
DM,
Um,
might I know a thing or two?
let's see.
And would this potential knowing a thing roll be with advantage?
I would actually
Because of
say
my
because you
nature.
have advantage from it. You know what? Just roll a roll and don't roll a 1. Excellent.
24?
Yeah. So, this figure very much looks like the Earth Mother figure that's worshipped by the people in your church, or the family's church. It's, it's a bit underwhelming because it's actually, this is clearly was probably someone that was a person at some point, but she very well could be one of the priests of that church or of that sect. As you know, you followed the the Sky Father. But this could very well be a person from that other church. That would be what your initial instinct would tell you.
Okay. In that case, I've got a couple ideas. First thing we could try is just going around, either Kavanen flying or me with the boots, to see if that is going to draw her ire. Or I could go down and try to talk to her.
Okay. So do you say this
I am
out
posing
loud
this to the party. Yes.
from the
I
distance
am.
you're at right
I'm
now?
turned around so that she can't lip read, and I'm kind of. You know what? I'll do. I will individually mind link with everybody, and relay this information. I'll tell Lucian, and then I'll tell him, hey, I'm gonna mind link with everybody else to get consensus, and then I'll mind link with Kovanen, and then I'll do the same thing, and then I'll mind link with Felt and with Lucky and with other Kovanen, and yeah.
So when you mind link with Felt, he realizes what you're doing, and then each and every one of you can now speak with each other. With the exception of Baby Vonnen, because he can't link that many people. But he links you on what he calls FeltNet.
If I then
You are such an
link
asshole.
if I then link to Baby Kovanen,
There you go.
would that sort of
everybody's in.
retroactively link him in?
Yes. All right, so you guys
Perfect.
can all now communicate psychically.
Okay. Oh my god, this is so much simpler. All right. So, that might be a representative, elected or otherwise, of the Earth Mother.
Mhm.
What does that mean? What do they represent? What is she? It?
Let me go and open this lore document.
Hold on.
Just-
Zazie pulls out a book in the rain.
In the library of your mind.
So she is she's also called Renutet. She is either a dragon or a woman in like art and stuff. She's the
Everyone's a dragon in it, whatever.
she is the father of dreams mother consort. And she is kind of like symbolizes and is in charge of fertility and the wellness of the people and the land.
Okay, that last part sounds positive, healthy, all that good stuff. Why would the family or any part of them?
I don't know.
Yeah, as DM, I will mention that the last guy you fought also was, not one of the sects that that you guys worshipped in your village, but you do know that the flame, even the night drinkers themselves were a sect of the family as well.
Mm-hmm.
Zazie just got the shitty one.
I mean, it's like they have their own pantheons. It's just like anything else. The ones that are important to them.
Okay.
Remember, they had the fire festival at one point too to venerate them, the Hearth Mother or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now knowing what I know, I don't know why they worship her. But back when I didn't know anything, they worshipped her because doing so would, make the crops better, make you healthier, just bring good things.
Oh, okay, great. I for one wish health upon the land, etc. One would think I'm not aligned with her.
If anybody goes down there to talk to her, it should be me because I know the ins and outs. I know.
Oh yes, fair enough. Yes. Oh, I don't know anything. Yeah, I think you're right. So
Yeah. I know the proper ways to, well, what I was taught were the proper ways to interact with people of that station. Whether or not she'll take offense to it or not, I don't know. But it's better than nothing.
perhaps we could have an ally. Oh wait, there are more of these bowl-shaped things in the mountain that we saw. If this is, let me back up. Dungeon Master, is this feature in front of us one of those bowl-shaped features on the tower?
It is. It is indeed.
Great, Zazie. So, what if the other representative of the other sects are in the other ones?
That's possible. That's definitely possible. I would hope not. I would desperately hope not, but it's possible.
I desperately hope not.
Well, maybe we got the good one.
Okay, then should I go down and talk to her? Guys?
So in this telepathic link, you just hear, "Yes, come speak with me."
Oh, son of a.
Okay.
Can I have everyone roll a save for whatever their spellcasting modifier is? If you fail, you will take 1 level of dread.
Well, Rangers are wisdom,
29.
right?
Yeah.
Correct.
What would that be for Lucky? Because I don't see a
Con.
spellcasting con. Oh god. Okay.
Just tough it out.
Yeah. Just be tough. Oh
13.
man.
No, he ain't toughing this one out.
Okay. So unfortunately, you need to make a level. It is a level 24 save.
Ow.
A CR 24. So, pow pow.
DC 24.
DC 24 spellcaster.
Fuck. And here I thought I was good with a 22. That's actually bullshit. My fucking max is +3. My max I could get is a 23.
Oh well, then you automatically fail. My fault. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules here, man. I'm just looking at the character sheet. Innate spellcasting ability is Wisdom. Spell save DC 24.
Wait, are you not proficient in wisdom saves as a ranger?
Yeah.
No. Proficiency is
Oh, it's
strength
base
and
class. It's base class. Wait, isn't your base class
His
ranger?
base class is ranger.
That's weird.
dex. Yeah, my base class is ranger.
Okay.
Wait, did it switch over to fighter?
That's your spellcasting mod. It's
Yeah, it's a save.
ranger. Saving
Right,
throws,
no, that's what I'm
ranger.
saying.
Oh,
Did
they're-
my
they're-
my
okay,
saving
they're
throws
not
switch over to fighter?
spellcasters, They're like third, tertiary spellcasters. So, yes, the internet tells me strength and dexterity. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's to be expected.
Weird.
You just
okay.
can cast that.
All right. So,
Never-
Zazie, you pass. Everybody else has fear towards this being. You feel this ominous thing, realizing that this thing has been listening to your conversation the entire time, and you feel the presence of its this alien mind touching yours, and it just feels really icky.
Govan was being honest the entire time.
Feels really, really icky. Ew.
Lucian
gross.
didn't say anything.
Zazie,
Same.
you're like, yeah, whatever. This is like normal.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, bro. Let's talk it out. So,
I think that makes the choice for us.
Well, I can't. Just be. I'm not. I can't. Just. It was. I didn't know it was there the entire time on my mind. Just be very careful, right? Please.
I will. Okay. If something goes wrong, I'll scream.
I mean, we're right here. We can see if things go wrong.
Well,
Oh, hold on.
oh, okay. Get back.
Get
Hello?
back.
And she's gonna be talking verbally now.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome.
What should I address you as?
She thinks for a moment. And then another long moment.
TikTok, lady, we don't have all day.
Lucian, shut up.
I cannot remember my name. And you see her like rub her hand at the bark armor at her chest, and through her fingers and the cracks in the armor, you see like a bright red, like light come out of it. almost
May
like
I
almost like blood that is glowing.
May I ask what you're doing here?
I'm waiting.
Do you know what you're waiting for?
She takes a deep breath and looks around. Has like a very innocent look on her face. I'm waiting for you to arrive. She just nods.
Why are you waiting for us?
I'm sorry. And I need you. Oh boy. Where is this ability? Constrict. From the ground, vines, roots, pieces of moss begin to grow up your legs and wrap around your legs. Can you please take a DC 19 escape save for me real quick? And I think 25 is going to hit.
Escape save?
Yeah. To see if you're able to break free from the moss that's growing up around you. And you take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, do you want that to be like an
Ability.
athletics or acrobatics?
It's strength. It's just strength. Pure
Ugh.
strength.
That was how much damage? 15.
Okay.
60?
And can I get everyone to roll initiative?
Can we hear the figure speaking out loud?
Yes, you can.
Can I tell that she seems perhaps disoriented or not herself?
Give me an insight roll, please.
17.
It does seem as though the figure is not completely aware of what's going on.
Can you give me control of Lucky's token?
I sure
I
can.
can roll his initiative.
Controlled by Rose.
Alright.
Ooh, I didn't know she had advantage. That's pretty sweet.
Damn.
All right. Kovana, when the Kovana Chronicles are up to date, let me know.
I'm ready to start initiative. I'm ready to go.
You are up. It's a
am
tense
great.
moment. You see these vines growing up Zazi's legs. And this woman who kind of almost like stepped down onto vines that grew up to meet her feet, like throws her arms up and her body levitates, hovers, flies up into the air, almost as though she's flying, and she raises up into the air at the top of these pillars and is suspended by vines. But every movement she makes looks almost as though she's flying on her own, but the vines catch and move her as she moves. What do you do? Zazie slowly
And
has this weird
I am-
creeping junk growing up her legs.
Right. And I am afraid of her.
You do have fear of her. Which means you have to make a willpower save to try to move towards her. Or do anything to her.
Do I do that now?
That's up to you. So that's just how fear works. Is basically at the beginning of your turn, if you plan to act against the person you're afraid of, you make a whiz save. I'm not going to make the whiz save the 24. I'll just make it a 10. You know, if you can beat 10, you can do stuff to her. Otherwise, you can choose to do something else, but it's not going to be moving towards her or attacking her.
Yeah, fair enough. I will attempt to move towards her. Natural 1.
Yeah, so as you begin to try to move towards her, you're overcome by the fear of what is this thing? Like I said, you can do anything else, but it can't be acting against
Okay.
her.
So, my new swords, they're very nice. They have a thing that happens when... Do you count this as a saving throw against becoming frightened? I already am frightened.
If you pull them out and they do that, I'll allow you to retest. If you want to roll again against the 24.
No, it's the save that I just made.
Oh, okay.
I was
Addition.
already frightened.
Yeah.
So
Coming
this
free.
thing specifies against becoming frightened.
Right.
My question is, does this apply now?
I would say, I mean, you're attuned to them, so
Okay.
they apply. You could do that. And now, if you want, I'll say that you can, because of this weird thing that these weapons do, you can retest to break it against the 24, and then you'll no longer be frightened. You'll essentially remove the level of dread, but you'll have to test it, and you have to do it each time you progress. So when you get your +5 bonus, then you can do it then. Does that make sense? So you
So
gain
I
a
can't-
+5 bonus to your saving throw against becoming frightened. You're already frightened.
Well, the
But-
+5 is if I hit her, which we haven't resolved yet. I'm just wondering if I can even use this ability right now, since I was already frightened, and this is against.
I'll let you use it retroactively against becoming frightened because it's a reaction you could have taken already. So if you want to do that now, do it now. I don't know how it
Okay.
works, though.
Well then, immediately use reaction before making the saving throw to move up to your speed in a straight line towards them. Great.
And you're the first turn, too, so it makes sense. Yeah,
Move
definitely.
Up to my speed in a.
And describe it
line
in a very
towards them.
cool way, too. I want to, you know, give me something.
Yeah. So as the adrenaline that typically kicks in of when something overwhelmingly unknown is suddenly brought to the forefront of your awareness. As that kicks in, Kovanen sort of hijacks the fear response, turns it into the
Fight.
sort of a bit of a fight or flight. Chooses the fight option to rush forward. He wouldn't have been able to get all the way to her to close the gap without his normal movement speed, so he opts to move closer to her, but just stay in front of Zazie. Then he made his fear save, and he failed his fear save, so he can't get any closer to her. But here he is next to Zazie, so I would at least like to try to cut her free of the vines.
Sure. Let's see. Give me a sleight of hand at DC 24.
Okay, 36.
There you go. So you reach down, you kneel down next to her feet, you take your blades, and you deftly cut them off at the ground where they're, writhing up through the stone and wrapping around her legs.
All right. I can't do my
Thank
thing.
you.
I can't do my thing right now. I'm just don't worry about that. All right. But there you go. There's your, you can do your thing.
Thank you.
I think she's not. I think she's not really herself right now. I think the whole thing that's going on right now is sort of hijacking her mind. She seems confused.
She does. I don't know if she's completely in charge of her actions.
Well, something is. We should probably figure that out. If we can help her, I think it would be beneficial, perhaps. Anyway, I'm out of time. In my turn.
All right, Lucian, you're up.
All right. So I am gonna go ahead and I'm I'm going to use Planar Warrior as well as a sharpshooter.
All right, let's see it.
Five minus 31. 31 minus 5.
Negative 26. Oh, just 26.
Does 26 hit?
Oh yeah, you make contact easily.
Hell yeah. All right, so that'll be 18 plus. Oh, that's not clickable. Why isn't it clickable? It's usually
Unclickable.
clickable. Why the fuck? Alright. That's weird. Oh, plus 2. So, what did I say? 18? So 20. 20 points of damage.
Okay.
That's the first attack. We'll just do sharpshooter this time. 19? 19, 18, something like that.
Yeah, still hits. Solid.
Okay.
18.
That'll be 21.
Okay.
And that is Lucian's turn.
Okay, so you see these two hits. The gun cracks off twice. Hits her, and she takes a hit, takes another hit, and looks down, and you see this bright red blood that slowly begins to ooze out into this darker, greener cast. Strange. Okay. So she looks up. She's got the red blood on her hand, and she looks up at you, Lucian. And
Oh wait.
you got something else you can do?
Yeah, I was just gonna take my teleport movements.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, wait. No. Oops. That would have been 10 here. And then I'll do another 10 there. That's it.
Okay.
Not getting closer, but I'm not necessarily moving. Got it.
Okay. All right. So. Sorry, I was just looking at If dispel magic could like make a magical item no longer magical.
Rules is written. No, it works only on spells.
What's that?
Rules is written. It's just spells.
Yep. I didn't
Well,
think
I
so.
think it should, because that just makes sense. Maybe
Like it would take a lot. Maybe not even forever. You just kind of like subdue it for a while, you know?
I think that's pretty cool. Except, no, because she probably has to dispel magic.
Yeah, except for she has the ability. So absolutely not. That's horrible. Okay.
Breaking the rules.
So, all right. She's going to move forward quickly. So she glides forward to you, Kovanen, drops down directly in front of you, and reaches out and constrict. Vines reach up from the ground, 31 to hit,
No.
nat 20. You take 13 plus 9 damage with a DC 19 escape save is going to be the save you take to escape them.
Okay, that is nice, healthy. 22
You are restrained.
damage, and the I haven't made my save yet. That's 22 damage. And my escape save is strength based.
Yep.
Strength save. Easily done. 4.
All right. Ooh, look
Now
out.
I have the restrained. Now I have the restrained part.
Yeah, you're restrained.
Why?
Why? She looks back at Felt, casts suggestion, and she says, "Run."
That's actually not half bad of a suggestion.
DC 24. Man, that's it. Dude, she is fucking powerful.
But then she remembers she was shot, so right before she could think run, she goes, shit.
And then he poops himself. All right, Felt poops his pants. All right, he's going to take a whiz save. Oh, shit.
He runs and shits himself.
He can't. I mean, he can't pass. He literally can't pass. Man, she's fucking sick, dude. She's gonna fuck you guys up so bad. All right, Felt runs. Not yet though. Not till his turn. But Felt,
She didn't tell him where to run.
that's true.
Just run in circles, Felt. Run at her.
Just run in place.
Run in place. Do the running man. Okay. I mean, he failed pretty bad. So. Okay. Oof. Wow. All right. Lucky's up.
All right. That's what intelligence or wisdom to move with your beard.
Wisdom. DC 10. Oof.
Lucky you aren't.
Lucky is afraid. He cannot move forward or take any actions against her. He perhaps could smack some sense into Felt, but
Just playing.
otherwise he's currently
He
charmed.
would canonically be happy to do.
Yeah.
Punch him.
Like slap upside the head. Can't move forward, so block path. Really? Really, Felt? Whap! Maybe with the butt of the gun.
Oh my god, it lasts for 8 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, suggestion's a dope spell.
All right. I guess roll to hit.
Do you want to use the unarmed strike, or do you want me to use
Yeah,
the
use
the
unarmed
hit
strike.
from the?
I mean, unless you want to like hit him, like pistol whip him, you know, whatever.
I mean, actually, if I'm gonna grapple, it would have to be an unarmed strike.
Yeah, well, for that you would roll strength versus strength.
Yeah, the grappling isn't even an attack roll.
Yeah, you would do
Oh, is it? Okay.
athletics versus athletics. My fault.
Ability check.
Yeah, if you want to try to stop him.
Actually, hold on. No, I have trip attack. Okay.
You got to attack him though. You're gonna have to shoot him with your gun.
I can shoot him at his feet.
Well, you got to hit
I don't
him.
mind.
You got to hit him with a weapon.
Why is it not letting me roll all of a sudden? Okay, that's a plus 11. Let me roll it. Will a 14 hit?
No.
Mother. What? Flipper.
You get a bonus attack.
I do get a bone. Yep, I do. So that is.
Still no. Rolling low tonight.
One more attack.
Okay. It's like, I'm afraid
Offhand.
you're not allowed to run.
It is an 18 hit his feet.
Yes, it does. But you shoot him, so you need to roll damage.
That is fine.
Bill, you idiot. Bam.
Felt, I'm gonna shoot you in the leg. You can't run now. All right.
18 and expending that superiority die to trip him.
Yeah. So it's 18 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you changing stuff on the sheet behind the scenes? Because all of a sudden I cannot roll
No, I'm not
at
touching
all.
it. I'm not touching it. I don't even think I. Oh, I have it open. So let me close it, and that way we can make sure there's no interference. Okay. All right.
I was able to just fine a moment ago.
You should be good. All right. Cool. I got it. Oh shit! What the hell?
Okay, ignore this.
Okay. Got it. All right. Cool. We got it. We got it. Zazie,
There we go.
Yes.
you're up.
And that's gonna let me roll. Fine. Ignore that one. That was just a.
Ignore me. Sorry. 17,
That's on self.
18.
That's also on self. Can I tell if she originates from another plane?
I mean, you could do a investigation or something like that. Maybe use like a library roll, like a not shit. I don't fucking know. Do you have like a fuck? What would this be? Arcana.
Arcana?
There we go.
Okay.
Arcana.
I want to know either if she's from another plane or if she's like a regular person taken over by like eldritch influence.
All right. Well, roll with advantage.
It's an 11. In that case, I'll roll again.
This does proc your advantage. 26.
That's a 26.
Okay. For this, and I know you guys hate when I make you roll additional rolls, I will allow you to roll an insight roll with advantage.
$14.
Okay. Through your knowledge of the Eldritch and Arcane, you are able to, kind of look at this person's behavior. You're not really an expert on people, but you can tell that the way that this thing is acting, which is definitely some otherworldly influence, is weird. It's like this thing should be way more sure of itself or aware or something. Whatever's going on here is not right. But it's definitely
Everybody stop!
it's definitely
Is there
trying to
any way
kill
we
you.
can- Stop! Stop! God, what do I say? What do I say to get her to stop?
Kovanen is wrapped up in vines and totally restrained. Okay, I'm going to stop.
I'm restrained. I'm good. I get. Let me have you roll persuasion. That's the best. That's the best we can.
Stop.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
I know.
Let
that's
us
what
help
I
you.
thought that at the first. Oh, you're talking to her. Okay. Yes. You're not yourself.
Yeah. Roll persuasion. She seems unresponsive. That can be your action, your bonus or your bonus action.
Bonus action,
Okay.
because I'm gonna use my action to free Kovanen.
Okay. You can roll strength. You can roll sleight of hand to cut him out. Yeah, strength or sleight of hand. I would say athletics, but you kind of really have to wrestle him off of there.
It's either an 11 or a nat 20.
It's an 11 because it's you don't have advantage. Yeah. So, Kovanen, I'm going to give you advantage on your next strength roll to break free because Zazi's cutting at it, but there's just too many vines. Zazi, you're not able to cut through it. And Kovanen, you're up, unless Zazi wants to move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I will, knowing, since I already suspected that something was off about her, Zazie is yelling it out, having confirmed it in her own mind. I will then follow her lead and attempt to beseech the entity to fight against its own mind domination. Just like you're not yourself. Something has control of you. Please, you have to fight it. You have to remember who you are and what you are about.
Roll persuasion.
You're among friends. You can do this. 26.
So, for a moment, you see a flash of recognition in the words that you are saying to her. And then she just kind of like shakes her head and is going to take a legendary action against you.
For the audacity.
Lucian, don't you dare fucking shoot her again!
Well, she did attack you first, so just throwing that out there. Be careful. Okay. So is going to make a what do we got? We got ooh. I'm learning all of things. Oh, that's an interesting one. Oh, even better. All right. She raises her hands, and then from either side, you guys hear the branches begin to snap and break and move. And from either side, Lucian, you can see this. Anybody that's in the, well, all the players, except for Lucian, except for Lucky, can see these massive trees like form into humanoid shapes and step out from the foliage. Let me get the right layer here. Oh, it's behind there. Alrighty, here we go. So right here.
Oh no.
And right here. And we'll go ahead and we'll put them on. We'll roll them into combat.
Okay, so was the persuasion attempt perhaps an action?
I'll say action or bonus action. You didn't make an additional roll to go along with it, like the other stuff that Zazie did. So yeah,
Mhm.
we can do that. We can do that.
It's fine if it was fine with me if it was action, because then I could perhaps use my bonus action to attempt a Misty Step, hoping it would get me out of the binds.
Yeah, it does.
Great.
Yeah,
I
they're
can't get-
not dimension shackles.
I can't really get that. I don't want to go too far away because it doesn't matter because she can just move closer. So I'll just be like, boop. Can't get closer to her. Not that I could have. I think 5 feet away. Yeah, I'll Misty Step out of them, and then just Lucian, shoot those new things, but we can keep working on her. I think I made some progress there.
I should not be
That's it.
rolling with advantage. Is everything I'm rolling at advantage? Those guys should have -2 without advantage. Anyway, I'm going to leave them at the bottom where they are, but hold on real quick, guys. I need to make sure that my Roll20 app isn't auto-advantaging everything. Oh, computers. Everything is great until it's not. Roll with advantage. Normal roll. Always roll twice. There we go. Never whisper roll. Okay. We're good. I'll put this guy to 7. And then everything is as right as rain.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm free of the shackles for now. I've made my whatever to Lucian. That's
Lucian, you're up.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck.
He's gonna try diplomacy. Whatever. I'll do what he said.
How far down is this?
To the water?
Yeah.
I'd say, depending on where you are, this side is probably about a 2-foot drop, and then the other side is actually at the level of the water. So very negligible.
Oh. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, cool tools. Cool tools.
All right. Sorry, I was channeling my inner Jake Peralta. All right, so
I don't know.
I'm gonna attack this guy. Foist.
Now you're channeling your inner penguin. I'm gonna attack this guy, Foist.
Of course, sharpshooter. Of course, playing a warrior. So kapow. Good. A 12.
12 to hit? Not today, Junior. Not today.
All right. I was mid teleport. That's probably why I missed. I look back at the other one. Say shit. And then I'm gonna shoot the same one again because of my massive fuck up.
Oh wait, were you shooting at her or the big tree guy?
No, man. Big
Tree
tree.
guy? Yeah, 12 still doesn't hit, but I'm glad to know what you're talking
Thanks.
about. Gotcha. Yeah, cool.
Another sharpshooter. That'll be 19.
Okay, definitely hits.
I can't, man. All right. Cool. 21 points of damage,
Dalmor.
and I will end up there with my teleport.
Are you in the the liquid.
Uh-huh.
All right.
The liquid that I assumed was water, and now I'm having a lot of regret.
It is water, but it's really, really deep. As you jump in, and you instantly have to tread water as you realize that the water is super fucking deep. You can't touch the bottom.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I still have movement, bro. So I'm gonna use 10 feet of movement to come here.
All right, so it's going to cost you 20 feet of movement because you're swimming.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a swim speed. That makes sense. And then I'll finish my turn here. Because I'm still scared of her, so that means I still have to move away. And yeah. I'm playing this out, man.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. So you did 21 damage to that guy. You moved around. You did a little dance. Made a little love. Get down tonight.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Do.
All right. What a great turn. Good job, Lucian.
Thanks. Do I get a gold star and a cookie?
Nope. Not today.
Fuck. It's bullshit. I want my money back.
You didn't pay me any money. You can pay me for all the rest of the times, and I'll give you your change back. All right, she's up. So she looks at either of these two creatures that stood, and she points at each of them with like open palms, and then brings her palms together, and then points at you guys. And they're like, yeah, okay, we get that. Sweet.
And they give us a round of applause.
Yeah, like, no. She jumps up using her tree flying and cuts off the staircase. And Lucian?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna be a total fucking douchebag here.
Do what you gotta
Suggestion.
do, man. Fuck.
I can only do it a couple times, but this is gonna be a good one.
Drown.
Swim to the bottom of my pool.
Damn, that's a lot of words for a spell that makes you only do one word.
Your suggestion suggest a course of activity, limited to a sentence or two.
Oh, wow, that sucks.
Yeah. And magically influence a creature you can see within range of you, can hear, understand you. The creature can't be. Oh shit! You have you actually have advantage because you're an elf, and you have advantage against charm. So
Yeah, I do.
I don't know if that means that you can pass this or not, but it's a 24 whiz save required. So actually you can't pass, so you need to roll nat 20.
Yes, I do. Here we go. Oh, it rolled on the fucking on the screen.
I see it.
Son of a bitch.
Is it nat 20?
Oh, no.
Doesn't matter then.
The
Roll
highest
again.
I got was a 17.
Okay, so this is how this works. She can't force you to do something that will obviously harm yourself. So at a certain point, when you're swimming, you're gonna realize that you can't reach the bottom. So every turn, I'm gonna make you make an int save. Okay? That becomes increasingly easier every turn. It's gonna be a 24 int save on your first turn, and then it's gonna be half each following turn for you to realize that if you keep swimming, that you're gonna die. Okay?
Yes.
Deal?
Yep.
All right, got it. Because it says you can't throw yourself on a spear, stab yourself, immolate yourself, or whatever. But she's just telling you to swim to the bottom of the pool, and until you gather more information, you're not going to realize that that actually is suicide. So Cool.
You just sent me to the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
It's not that far, but you know, you're not a friggin' fish
Close
either.
enough.
All right, and let's see. You know what? I'm good with this. Go ahead.
All right. You good, buddy? Looking at Felt.
Fuck you. He's like holding his leg. He's like bleeding. You know, there's obviously a bullet
Really?
shot through his leg.
Good. Maybe next time tell me sooner. Claps his shoulder. Does taking care of these tree creatures count as acting against her?
No, it doesn't.
He's gonna just stalk. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming that's a wall, which is why I took a weird way around there. I need to move one more over.
Yeah, that's a wall. Yep, you gotta move around that.
Oh, look, and it's within 30 feet of me. Shooting the tree, I don't know what that's gonna do, but it makes him feel better at the very least.
It might make it dead.
Make that tree dead.
Does a 14 hit?
Yeah, but I mean, you do. I mean, it is a magic weapon. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but magic weapons do magic damage, correct?
Magic weapons do magic damage.
Right.
However, I still have to hit first.
Well,
Okay. Does it still count as piercing?
It
Yeah.
is piercing damage.
But if they have
Yes, it is
resistance to
magic.
piercing damage, doesn't it supersede that?
Does it specify piercing damage from non-magical attacks,
No.
or
it's just damage
straight
resistance.
up piercing damage?
It's just damage resistance against piercing damage.
Well, that's pretty all-encompassing because it didn't specify from non-magical attacks, so the gun is resistant.
Okay, good to know. You only did 11 damage, Lucian. You realize it didn't do as much as it should have last turn.
But it only goes into effect now, so Lucian's good.
Okay, cool. All right, you do 14 to hit. Hits.
Oh, okay.
Lucian is swimming right now.
Not yet.
He has
wait,
no idea
wait,
what
yeah,
the
wait till your
target
turn.
Yeah, do you mind?
28 damage. Okay, so you do 14. Nice. Okay.
14. Bonus action to hit again. I had to claim the character, by the way.
No worries. Hits. Oh, nice.
36. Feel the damage.
Yeah, and are you gonna do sneak attack's not gonna work in this situation?
Oh, yeah, no. I don't know why it's adding sneak attack to that. So take away the sneak attack.
Yeah, yeah. So,
and
it'll
so
be-
take
yeah,
the-
23 divided
It
by
was
2.
only 8. So, on that one.
It's 23
don't
damage
know why-
divided by 2. You're good.
Okay.
That's a pretty solid. Lucky's pretty good.
Third attack. Hey, I'm getting better.
Definitely hits. Okay, cool.
For
Yeah,
another-
that's a pretty solid round. Okay, cool. Beautiful.
3. Do-do-do, do-do-do. And bonus action was spent to do the thing, so never mind. So yeah, it is Kalonan's turn.
Come on, guys, give me some more
It
descriptions.
is my
here.
turn.
Yeah, it's
He is pissed. What else do you expect him to do other than stalk and just
not just you,
cold-blooded
just in
shoot.
general. Lucian's going for a swim. Zazie.
I am going to walk to the edge of this pool, and then I am.
Don't do it.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then I'm going to attempt to mind link with her.
Oh wow. Okay. You got it. You're linked.
And I'm going to pour every single ounce of like sincerity and all of that into this mental message I am sending her.
Okay.
I'm gonna you don't know who you are, you don't know what you are, but I might. If we work together, we can find a way to remember your name. Please, let's try to
Just speak
let's
from the
try
heart.
to work together.
All right.
If you kill us, we can't help you. You're not meant to be trapped here. You're not meant to be like this. Let us try to help you, please.
All right. Give me a persuasion roll.
Please, 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 please. I'm going to kill myself.
Stop saying that. That's not it. That's not it. That's by the way, that's definitely an action. Like you poured it all into that. She does not seem moved. And in fact, in response, I'm going to use my last suggestion. How do I word this? How do I word this? You know what? I can't even think of how I want to do it. And this person wouldn't even be able to do that at that level of complexity based upon their state. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to use a different ability. I'm going to use Moonbeam on Kovanen.
That's rude.
Is that an ability or a spell?
It is a spell.
Then I'm going to counterspell it.
Good choice. Things were about to get really ugly. All right.
Very uncomfortable.
Good choice. It is counterspelled. That is her legendary action. And which one?
As my bonus action,
Okay.
I'm
my
going to
fault.
activate Blade Song.
Do it. All right. This guy is going to run to Zazie. All right. Zazie, to your right. Oh, man.
Bro.
He can't move that far. So he's got to sprint to get there. Fucking dumbass automatons. Okay. These things are huge. Just like moving. Its limbs are barely holding together. It's stomping towards you, Zazie, and it just kind of like comes to a stop and like leans forward over top of you and stands back up slowly as it like gains its posture back. And then the other one, same thing. All right.
Haha, I'm in danger.
Felt stands up. His leg is bleeding because he's got a bullet hole in it. It's just kind of like a flesh wound, you know. It's pretty bad, but he can still walk on it. He's very unhappy that Lucky just shot him. He gives Lucky the middle finger again as his object interaction. And then he's going to run out to Man, what is it? What does this guy even do? I don't know.
He's your character.
Yeah, I know.
Sue him, you're a lawyer.
You play him once a week, don't you?
Twice a month. But it's been a while. We took some time off, and I missed some sessions because I was sick.
File some
Not sick, in
paperwork.
pain. He's gonna turn invisible.
Show him what. Oh,
All right. He goes invisible, and then he is going to. Oh, I gotta make my fear test too. I almost forgot. Fear test. Ooh, shit. I can't pass it unless I roll nat 20. Yeah. All right. He's invisible, and he's gonna just like kind of run over here. That's as far as he can go without really approaching her. So, Kovanen, you're up.
okay. Look at these two very large tree beings. How worrisome. Okay. Well, first I would like to move closer to the supposed Earth Mother representative.
All right. Roll your anti-fear.
That's wisdom.
Yep.
17.
All right. You're able to focus on her this turn.
Okay. I forget what it takes. The wings came out earlier, so my movement.
Is flying. And while you're in the bowl, as long as you don't go above, let's say 30 feet high, you can move within this area
Okay.
without the wind affecting
My
you.
concern was really just avoiding the swimming, honestly.
Yeah.
But
These guys are huge,
so
so you're going to fly over
They
their
are.
head.
I understand that the one to the top left over here, I don't know what his reach is, but I do know that I'm in this guy's reach, so I'll just have to stay close to that guy so that I don't leave his reach.
Yep.
So I will 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. That's 20 plus whatever amount of movement it would have taken to get over him.
Sure.
Okay.
That seems about right. With about a 10 feet increase, you still have a bit of movement left. That was 15 feet, right?
What was that? 5, 10, 15. That was 20.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. You gotta fly over the dude. Okay.
Okay, well then, that's my movement. Let's see here. Is the storm loud? Do I think that woman could hear me if I yell?
So in this area, there is a bit of a hush over everything, but also you do know that you're linked with on the felt net, and she can hear you when you speak psychically. So
Oh, true. Okay. True. Well then, I will project across the felt the.
yeah, maybe
felt
she'll
net.
be listening, maybe not.
Well, I'll try really hard to make her hear me, and beseech her once again with a whole ass action. Like, no, Salzy is right. Remember that you are, or perhaps represent, the Earth Mother, and represent all that is good and healthy and fertile and right with the natural world. You have it in you to protect that once again. Please.
Please? Yeah, roll persuasion.
Okay. 25.
Ooh, nice. Roll insight real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, 23.
Okay. For a moment, you see her face shift from this like so far she's just kind of moving back and forth between like this look of malice and then intermittent confusion. You see a moment of realization pass across her face, like she's just waking up, and then she snaps back out of it and kind of like falls back into this haze, kind of shaking it off, and lifts her head back up again and looks even more upset than before, more angry than she has been up to this point. And Kovanen,
My turn's not over yet.
okay, let me know when your turn's over.
Please no legendary actions yet.
Good call, my
I still
fault.
have my bonus action. Is there anything I can do to further my attempt by expending the bonus action?
I don't know. What are you thinking? Do you have any spells? Do you have anythings?
Well, mechanically speaking, I don't actually have anything like.
I got
a
you.
character sheet for a spell that.
I think. I mean, with that insight, you realize that you feel that you might be starting to get through to her. But there's nothing you can do to add to it right now.
Well, fair enough. I will. What was those spell slots? So I'll just use the form of movement. So I'll bonus action dash to get farther away from the other tree guy, but stay within this guy's reach.
Gotcha.
And then end my turn, freeing her up for all kinds of stuff she'd want to do.
All right, Lucian,
Oh, thank God.
dive in the water.
Yep.
Start swimming.
uh,
How
so
far can
hold
you
on.
swim in one turn?
I don't fucking know. But
Speed.
yeah, it would be half my movement, so like 15 feet.
You got a dash.
But oh yes, I could dash. But because Lucian still kind of is vain, she told me to swim, so I will take off my shoes and my and my chapstick.
All right, fine. Take the save again with advantage.
What was the save again?
Wisdom.
Int? Wind.
Wisdom.
Wisdom, yes.
Wint. Wint?
Oops. Oh, that's not it. Isn't that any better?
Yeah. You're like, God, I can't wait. I just can't wait. This water just looks so comfortable and warm and oozy.
I mean, they are fucking slip-ons. Like, I'm in the water.
Fucking dumbass. I love it. I love it. Okay. On the end of your turn. Let's see. What can I do? What can I do? So many cool things. Although I used all my good spells. Not my best spells, but my good ones. Fuck it. Conjure Fey. Alright, so what's the range on that? 90 feet.
Also, don't forget to check casting time because I realized on a different character that both the GM and I had been treating casting time as a single action when it was, in fact, 1 minute on a lot of her conjuration spells.
Ooh, damn. Conjure Fey is 1 minute. Good call. That's not happening.
10 rounds.
That's not happening. Fuck that.
Conjure Fade. That one sounds important.
It's a pretty good one. You guys are lucky, because you would basically have been fucked. So now you're just in a bad situation. Like a really bad one. But,
They're stuck between a rock and a wet place.
yeah. But not fucked.
Not yet.
Let's see. All right. Her turn. So she's going to move forward.
Lucien is humming under the sea.
Close to Zazie. Under the sea. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's do this one. So, all creatures within 60 feet of me. Ooh, that's even Baby Vonin.
I'm sorry, I just stepped away. Did I get attacked?
All right, so everybody within 60 feet of her, which is everyone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it's a point within 30 feet of her and everything within 30 feet of that point. Okay, so still everyone. Okay, so must take a DC 24 dexterity saving throw. Please, everyone.
Is this an ability or a spell?
It is an ability.
Okay, I can't do anything about that.
It's very much like a lair effect, but it's not.
Dex save. Here we go. 27.
Okay, that saves. 21 does not save. Keep them coming, keep them coming. 23 does not
Okay.
save.
I have a superiority dice I can spend for that. Let me make sure I have that superiority feature.
I don't think so.
You might have the Indomitable if he's that high of a fighter.
He
but I
does
guess
have
it won't get-
Indomitable. It's not a superiority die thing, but it is Indomitable. So I think it's basically like
Yeah.
a legendary save.
And Domino, I can reroll a saving throw that I fail. I must use the new roll.
Yeah.
This is the only one I get right now, but it's worth it.
He has a
Yeah.
plus 10, so you have a pretty good chance of.
There we go.
Boom. Okay. All right. Those of you that failed. Okay. On a failed save, take half damage. Okay, sweet. All right.
On a success, you take half?
Yeah. No, on a failure, you take half. Okay, so you take.
What?
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 On a failure, you take half damage.
On a success.
How does that work? What happens on a what happens on a successful save?
My fault. My fault. Yeah, the other way around. I'm speaking backwards. Anyway, so you take
Oh, okay. Yeah.
15 and 27. So you guys will take half of that.
So the people who failed were going to take 15 plus 27?
If you fail, you take 15 plus 27. If you pass, you take 7 plus, 13. You take 20 damage.
Great.
What is that? 47 damage.
15, 42. 4 damage.
Yeah,
Scary.
I had
Why can't I
evasion. I
pass it?
succeeded the save, and so I take none.
Interesting. Okay. What else y'all got? Lucien, you don't take the damage.
Oh, okay.
She spares you because you're going for a swim, and she wants you to get something from the bottom of the pool for her. And if she were to hit you, it might break the charm. So you're good.
Great.
Everyone else, all of the vines and mosses and everything all around you begin to like swirl around in the air and whip the shit out of you. Please account for the damage. And that's her turn.
Hey, Lucian, there's a scratch and sniff sticker on the bottom of that bowl. Can you go?
That's an old one. All right,
That is
Lucian,
an old one.
you're up. I'm sorry, Lucky, Lucky. Lucky, you're up. And we're about 9 minutes out, guys. So we're gonna finish this round, and then we'll chat a little bit, and we'll wrap up the night.
All right. Well, that being the case. Nope. I'm going to continue to shoot the little one. Little one, my ass.
Oh, excuse me.
The little one being her.
No, the little one being the tree creature. I forgot they were bigger than she was. And I'm looking right at the map.
It's all good.
Like, come on in. If you can get her to back the fuck down. She's
well,
between Rose and I. I don't know how I would actually mechanically boost Kavanen other than, intimidating her.
Yeah. So remember, you're gonna act against her. You have to continuously fight against this fear because you have a level of dread. So you're consistently afraid of her until you kill her. You have fear from her, unless there's some way you can overcome it. That I don't know of. I guess you could have used your Indomitable then, but no.
in theory, I suppose you could hold your action for when I make an attempt to use the help action.
I'm still gonna make my wisdom save to see if I can get closer to her.
Yeah, do it.
I'll take an 18 for 20.
Yeah, you can do it. You can move closer. You can attack. You can do whatever you need to do.
Go. Not moving farther up than this. Zazie, I'm about to apologize for what I'm about to do if I path the right ring.
Oh.
Well, you're not gonna like this part. He's gonna go ahead and pop that anti-magic field on his breastplate.
Okay.
See if that'll sever her ties to the,
I gotta read all this all over again. Okay. 10-foot radius, invisible sphere of anti-magic around you. The area is divorced from magical energy that suffuses the multiverse. Okay, yeah.
Lucky would divorce things.
He wouldn't what? Divorce? No, he's not a divorce guy. But everything else is... Okay, so... mundane spells, creatures, magic items become mundane... Oh, wow. Shit. Okay,
That's
so...
why he's apologizing to Zazie.
I'll say that if you're in this, you actually are immune to the fear from this thing then. Zazie is within 10 feet. Yeah, how long does this last for? Just his turn?
It is an hour long.
Oh, really?
It is concentration, but it lasts up to an hour.
Okay.
Okay, this is just a general D&D question. If it comes from a magic item, is it still concentration?
You are casting it.
Yeah,
Okay.
And you're going to use con as your spellcasting modifier. Okay?
That's fair.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it all makes sense.
Summoned creatures disappear.
Yep, I was about to say summon creatures. Cool, they're done. They dematerialize. Actually, they just become trees. They dematerialize.
Wow.
They rematerialize.
Yeah, they're just trees. I'll use the rook symbol to show that they're trees. They're castles. Okay, cool. So as long as they're within 10 feet of you, they are trees. And she can't make them not trees until they're not near you. Until your con save, your constitution until they fuck you up. All right, cool. That was a cool move. That was cool. I dig it. Zazie, and I'm sorry, unless you can do like 3 other things because you're a fighter. Go ahead. I mean, you are using a new character, so take your time.
I've got no idea what to do.
Are you done, Rose?
I mean, unless that lets him get an action off. No,
It's
because
not an-
that
it's not an
activation
attack.
would have been a full action.
Yep. All right, cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Zazie.
I don't know what to do. I was gonna cast a spell, but I guess not. I guess not.
But I guess not.
I mean, they are trees, so if you can get out of the Lucky's radius.
Yeah, you guys just have
You'd
2
still be
big
able to cast.
trees on either side of you. In fact, I'll just make them just the base of the trunk. So. How the fuck did I get Kavana to do that?
This is what, 10 foot? 10-foot radius.
There we go.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna head over here. I don't want to leave her
Sphere of
range.
influence. Ooh, that's good.
Can
too, 'cause
you-
Now this girl's in there also. That's another
Yeah,
thing
can
to
you-
consider.
Can the players see that? I know you can because you're the DM, but can y'all
I
see?
cannot see
Okay.
the aura.
So the aura.
Player created auras don't show up to players.
Yeah, and also keep in mind, guys, that you're on FeltNet, so on your turn, if you want to broadcast anything to the other players, you can say.
Well, are the two of us in the anti-magic on Feltnet anymore?
Ooh, anti-magic. Well, FeltNet is technically psionic, so I don't know if it would be considered magic or not.
That's purely you call.
No. Considering most of 5e is based on R.A. Salvatore's work, psionic is different.
R.A.
It wouldn't be
Salvatore.
affected. But, yeah.
Drizzt and others.
Oh.
Forgotten Realms was made by
Yeah.
R.A. Salvatore.
Salvatore is
All right, D.
Salvatore or Salvatore?
Oh, that guy.
Oh, shit.
Lucian, roll off against me real quick.
Okay.
This is what we used to do
just
in
a
Warhammer when we
random-
had a rules dispute that couldn't be solved by a book. We
Please.
just okay. All right, you win. But after this, I'm gonna ask the Eberron people. But for now, you can use FeltNet.
Yippee.
We are online. That is green.
We are online.
Except I don't want to, I don't want to ruin this, so I'm gonna hold my action to give Kovanen help on his turn. Give him the help action.
Okay. Kovanen, we'll let your turn go through, and then we'll call the session, just because of that. Tree, not there. Tree, not there. Felt is going to attempt to... You know what? Fuck that. He sees Lucian taking his clothes off. About to jump into the water. You know what? Insight roll.
No. That
Insight-
was a flavor thing.
Insight.
Lucian's in the water.
Okay. Insight. Okay, so you're already diving down then, so he knows.
Yeah.
All right. Felt is going to. Ah, damn it. I gotta go. I have to try to attack her because we have to start doing damage to her. She's gonna fucking kill us. So negate that insight roll. Whiz save. 10 or more. All right, he's gravy. He's gonna go at her. No, what is he gonna do? Spells. Whew. It's not really meant for this kind of stuff. He is going to use his... He's going to enlarge himself. That's an action. And he is going to use his bonus action to enlarge himself again. And he's going to move over to her, and he's going to attempt to nothing because that is, he's going to action surge.
Phil,
And-
we're making progress. Don't. Oh, jeez.
Are you going to tell him to stop?
Yes.
Perhaps just give it a moment.
He's going to hold his action, which is to grapple her and hold her under the water. If whatever Kovanen does on his turn doesn't work.
Fair enough. Thank you. Please
All
do
right.
not stand over me like this.
He's 2 sizes larger than you, so he can stand over you and occupy the same
I mean,
space.
it's just sort of a personal
Don't look up.
space.
Your
sort of
balls
thing.
are right in my face, dude.
And
All right, there you go.
all right, it's
He's-
my turn.
He's straddling you.
I flee. Felt seen. Not that way. I guess I could go. I will skirt. Oh, I was flying, so I was just like eye to eye with him anyway. Never
Yeah,
mind.
you're good. You're good.
So I'll fly around the tree, zipped over Zazi's above Zazie, and I'll look this nature woman in the eye, and I'm like, okay, really, I mean it. It might be now or never. Dig down deep and find the you that we all know is still in there, because you are surrounded by a support network that I promise cares about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, roll with advantage. I would even give you double advantage. I will give you expertise if you don't already have it because she's in the anti-magic field right now. So the powers that are over her, that are
Oh,
influencing
buddy,
her.
I have so much expertise.
Yeah, you're good. Just roll with advantage then, because I don't think super advantage is actually a thing.
Not technically, but you could just allow me to roll again, and I could have.
Do it. Maybe you get a
advantage
chance to roll
twice.
nat 20. Go ahead. Let's see what happens.
28.
28. All right.
It's so low.
I know, with a plus 15. Yeah, I mean, let me see what she does. Let me see what she does. All right, she's gonna try to break your, she's gonna roll contested against you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. And we'll resolve this next session.
What?
So close to just being a 30.
To being a 30.
Just roll a 15.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, like I said, next session we'll go over what this actually means because I even need to think about it.
Fair enough.
I even need to think about it. All right, guys, good work. I'll see y'all next week. Does anybody have anything for me before we go off air?
30% chance to roll at least a 15 on a d20. But, it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you, if you had rolled above a 30, things would have been going a little bit differently right now.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah.